What's up, guys? Back at me is here we get Spring Teenage Witch Season 4, Episode 5, Spoiled Rotten. Okay, so this episode starts off with with Hilda talking about, like a bake sale, and then Sabrina, but then it's like, hey Sabrina, you can finally have your credit card to buy anything you want. And also there's a plot line of Salem the cat wanting a pet, So and basically that's his plot line. So Sabrina, does what a normal person does with a credit card. She buys so many stuff. With it. Like first she buys clothes, and then she buys a ski, and then a lot of stuff, and Salem the cat's so sad that Hilda first says no to, and then actually Serena's like, hey, Zelda already said no. You want a pet? It's another person you can go to. Ask Aunt Zelda, because Aunt Zelda wouldn't say no to you. Hilda might, but Zelda's the party one. So Zelda says no. Hilda first says no because Zelda's like, hey, you have to say no. But she gives in and buys him a dog man, which is a person who acts like a dog. And so Sabrina is starting, to smell spoiled rotten because she's buying a lot of stuff, and Zelda told her not to. So you know what she does? Zelda's like, hey, why don't you sell some of your stuff? Sabrina's like, first she's like, yeah, but then she's like, I kind of like all this stuff, so why do I have to give up stuff when Zelda and Hilda don't? So basically, she sells a lot and Hilda and Zelda's stuff, but doesn't realize that their stuff, they keep it because it's magical. So people buy aardvark necklaces that change color. Harvey buys a hard hat that turns him into a New Yorker, like Super Mario, the movie. But he tries to hit on one girl without realizing he has a girlfriend, but come on. But that's New Yorker. And the girl basically slaps him. Boom. Across the face. Boom. She basically slaps him. And I can't do a good slap. See, can't do it. I know. Getting off track. And yeah, she gives him a good slap. And so Serena starts taking everything back, and Mrs. Quick even puts on a necklace that makes her super competitive. So she starts becoming super competitive against Hilda and Zelda when Hilda and Zelda realize that it's Hilda's competitive medal that their mom gave them, so they take it on Mrs. Quick. But Mrs. Quick is still competitive because I guess even without the medal, Mrs. Quick has a competitive attitude. So Principal Kraft, or Mr. Kraft, as we like to call him. We used to call him Vice Principal Kraft, but now he's Principal Kraft. So Principal Kraft, he has, he has this one gold bar, but Sabrina, not knowing, gives him a box, which is Zelda's duplicator machine, and he basically duplicates all of the mailbox, and Sabrina, Sam the cat puts her in this thing, and she realizes that she didn't need all the stuff that she had, and that takes her from the rotten smell, and she basically and Sabrina puts on an alien face to say, Principal Kraft, you better give every of your gold bars, or we will hurt you. And he's like, or hurt your plan or whatever. And she basically gives it to him. And he's like, hey, I'm going to give all my gold bars to the orphans. And yeah, and basically Sabrina learned that you should, yeah, and that even Brad was in this episode, and he had to deal with, he took a lion statue from Sabrina, which turned into a magical lion that he eventually gave back to her. I don't know how he turned that magical lion back to a lion statue. That's never, like talked about or said, but yeah, and we never even see Salem's dog in again. So basically, that's one episode plotline. So basically, they must turn them back to the other realm because they never see him again after this, I think. But anyway, so what did I think of this episode? I really enjoyed this one. This was a really great episode. I really enjoyed this one. Sabrina, yeah, just had something. Sabrina, she learned that being greedy is wrong. And if you be greedy, you will you will become spoiled rotten, basically. And she actually got the spoiled rotten stench. She was covered in like tar, like I'll call it tar, but I don't know what it's actually called. Spoiled rotten stuff, and basically, yeah, she learned her lesson. Hopefully, she'll never do this again, because it was not a pleasant stench that she had. Not pleasant. Even I could see it in the episode, but come on, it was not a pleasant stench. It was not a pleasant stench. So it was not a pleasant stench. So yeah, it wasn't pleasant at all. Like even thinking about it makes me want, wasn't pleasant. Yeah, makes me want. Yeah, just so gross. Yeah, just not actually what you want, but come on, it was so gross. But anyway, Helen's also learned something in this episode that Mrs. Quick is competitive even off the medal. Because she had a competitive medal on, and once they took it off, she was even more competitive. Rah! And yeah, so basically that wraps up this episode. So like, comment, subscribe because of wonderful name. I'll see you next Sabrina Teenage Witch.